Okay, 1150, good luck. So a bit of a rating gap there. 347 gives my opponent. It's enough to kind of establish your base rating level, but see, I tend to play the same against everybody of every rating, so just take it as it goes. Knight f6, let's go b3 and just develop. Okay, bishop up, so let's develop here. So it comes up very logical. Going to go g3, traditional reti, just try and bishop up and castle. Okay, bishop up, so you've got to just double check here. Is a sacrifice actually feasible? Say bishop up. Bishop takes, king takes. Knight check either way. King back either way. I don't think it's that good, but you're only 2 moves off getting developed like that, so I don't think that's feasible. So I'm going to just develop normally and aim to castle. If my opponent sacks a sack, they don't, so let's just castle, but it's just something to be aware of just in case. Okay, he's playing this very well, mind. Let's go e3 just to challenge d4, and maybe d4 ourselves. We're reserving our bishop right now, try not to get it too bogged down. If we go d4, once we've done it, there's no undoing it, but... Okay, he's played knight down. He's playing actually pretty well here, isn't he? He's playing it pretty quickly. So if I go here, knight comes in, rook up. Knight's a little bit stuck to a move like knight across, but he is playing this pretty well. I've also just got a simple knight development move. If knight in, I can come across. I think I like that more. Knight up, down. I've always got the option to trade everything. Yeah, I'm going to develop my knight and make sure my rook's got a square to jump to. Say knight in, I can go here. Bishop in, I've got to still be a little bit careful, but if I go here, knight in, I can then take the bishop. So we're still got to be a bit careful. It's a slightly dangerous position. Obviously, you never know until after the event if your opponent's rating is actually accurate or not. So if I'm playing somebody who's fundamentally a very strong player here, it could be an awkward position for me to play. Let's just see. But yeah, d4 is a very natural move just to challenge the centre, kick that bishop, but it does restrict your own bishop, at least in the shorter term in the game. He's played there just to actually hit my bishop. Again, nothing wrong with that. That's a sensible move. I can't really guard the bishop either way like this, can I? I do have knight across again just for 1 move, but that's it. So I probably have to drop my bishop back. I don't think there's anything else I can realistically do, so I'm just going to drop the bishop back there. But I do have knight back to challenge this knight next move. If he takes, I'll just take with a rook, I imagine. We could go with the rook, we could go with the queen. Actually, the queen might not be a bad move. Might not be bad. Then we just challenge this sort of idea. That's what he's done. So the queen could be okay just to stop this. But if I go with the rook, you've got this and this, haven't you? So I'm going to go with the queen. He's actually playing this really, really well. So now he takes. He's playing them instantly as well. Wow. Well, almost. We're actually similar on the clock, aren't we? Similar. Oh, excuse me, just a bit of water there. I am going to try and expand now and gain some space if I can do. Gain some space, finish piece development. And obviously now my dark squared bishop's gone, it's no reason not to really play d4. I'm not blocking the bishop anymore. So let's just see what white does here, what black does here. h6, a holding move, so I assume I'll go d4 now. Any reason not to? I don't think there is. I'm going to launch this. Now I do have knight across with a double attack on the bishop and the pawn, so that's a good concept. He attacks me here, but obviously it is guarded, so I can maybe just ignore that. So I'm looking at knight across, hit the bishop. If you go back, grab a pawn, come across, I just simply come back. But then there's maybe concepts of getting in further down the line, but right now I don't see it. Knight across though, back might allow a move like this at some point. Here. It might blow open a little bit, but a pawn's a pawn. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to go here, hit the bishop, hit the pawn. Maybe you can try trading first and then bishop in or something, I don't know. If you take here, I take here, you take my rook. So you might actually take here first. He might see that, he might do. Oh, he's played bishop forward. Okay. So if he does this, I think I can still grab the pawn because I actually hit the rook in one move, but I don't actually necessarily want to take the rook. So it would be dangerous to leave the light squared bishop on and then the queen here. That would be dangerous to do. So I just aim to drop back and then drop my knight back. So I'm going to come all the way back with a view to knight coming back. Say really launches one. We just got to pay attention. Obviously there's quick attacks potentially coming as well. He's played this very well out the opening, done very, very well. Yeah, that's what he's gone for the attack. So I don't think I need to really think about this one. The only real candidate move would be, say, h3. Takes it, takes it. It's blowing my defences open, so I'm just going to drop back. So now I've got a natural move to e5. It stops the black pawn going there. We attack the bishop. We then threaten to jump across as well. So we do have a threat on the board. I guess I'll pre-move in case he takes. I don't think he will, but you never know. I'll get the cursor off the board so there's no accidental slips there. Okay, the queen's come forward, so it kind of deals with this threat now. So knight up is still a move. I assume you'd just simply play bishop back, but knight up feels like a very nice natural square for my knight. Takes away the immediate attack. Maybe I've got this. Yeah, there's no reason not to play this knight move relatively quickly. We could still go here. We can, for instance, hit rook and bishop. Everything's guarded, so it's no immediate threat. I assume just bishop back will be the likely move for my opponent. You could go this way. You've got lots of options. Obviously, knight guard, so you could think of something else. Knight in, shift your rook somewhere. Knight takes, something takes. Oh, he's attacked my queen. Okay. Attack my queen, so what's he seen here? If I step up, if he comes in, I can simply shift my rook, I guess. Okay, I've got to pay attention. Okay, I mean, as long as my rook is guarding the other rook, it doesn't matter really if I lose an exchange. If I go here, bishop back is then a little bit awkward. Maybe I can run this way though. Here, if you go back to the pin, then I've still got this same concept. Here, yeah, I like going here. If you come back, I can always take a risk and push. I've got multiple paths I can run to, so it feels like the right move. Here, I think I can run away as well. Hit the pawn. I'm not sure about d3, but I think I can go to a4 if you play a move like rook down. Then we're threatening the bishop. We're threatening a move like knight up to hit queen and bishop. He's playing very, very well, isn't he, though? Especially for the rating and the rating gap, but not especially, just playing really, really well. This is why you can never take rating gaps, like I say, for granted. Now, I do like the idea of knight up here. I'm threatening to simply get rid of this bishop if I want to. That could be good, but I like the immediate knight up to hit the queen and the bishop. And say you come down, I could simply take the queen. So your queen needs to guard your bishop. So knight up, queen down is logical. Queen back could happen. I could maybe push forward first and try and trap the bishop. I don't think it's getting trapped, so I'm just going to go up here and try and get rid of this bishop. So I'd expect maybe queen here, maybe we can throw in a move like rook across, then queen back, knight across. It's getting a little bit awkward, so there is maybe potential for us here to actually think for a few moves. Queen down, rook across or rook across could be good. Then queen back, we've got a knight in hitting the queen and the rook, so there's potential here. Bishop back could still be a move. We've still got a square here right now or here. So let's just see what black does. Again, my cursor's off the board, so there's no accidental slips. Yeah, queen has indeed come in. So I do have the immediate actually knight up, don't I, to hit the rook and the queen. So what are you going to do? If you come down here, that could be a good move. Gain a queen, lose a queen, gain a rook, lose a rook. So I don't actually win material there. So I think I need rook across first, just to stop queen here. And then maybe knight here. Whether you go queen here or here, I've still got it, haven't I? Now there is this still potential though. Rook here. It's a direct hit to the queen. So bishop back. I could throw e4 in, right? Yeah, I'm going to do it. If he sees bishop back, I've still got e4. If you take either way, I can take here. If you deflect my queen to take, my rook is still guarded by me, the rook and the queen. If you go either of these, my knight can jump in and hit the queen and the rook. But he's putting in a seriously good effort, isn't he? Seriously good. Right, that's where he's gone. So I assume I want to move like knight up now. We directly hit the queen. So again, if you go here, well, maybe I could just simply take the bishop. Gain a bishop, lose a queen, gain a queen. So I'm going to play that, hit the queen and the rook. So here, I think I simply take the bishop. Maybe you can take my knight, I'm not sure. Gain a bishop. Oh, he's gone back there, so we just forget that. So, anything better? Now, could I just simply take the bishop here, actually? Because my knight's protected by this bishop. So I can gain the bishop for free and still attack. Yeah. So here, if you come across, I can then just take the rook next move. So I think I actually just take this bishop, because you can't take the knight. You could go across and attack my knight, but I think I can take the rook next move. Oh, he's just not seen that it was covered. After such a wonderful effort that he's put in, he just didn't see that it was covered, but it's obviously getting a little bit lower on time. Terrific effort by my opponent here. So he's found bishop back now, but obviously I can play here now. Can I even just sack the queen there? Gain a rook, lose a queen, gain a rook, takes, takes. I can do that. Everything's kind of winning now. Let's just play e4 though. Let's be sensible. The bishop covers. I'm threatening to just trade rooks next move, get the other rook across. So he takes, so I'll just take here. Takes. So now we take the rook. There's no knight check there, so the knight's under attack. So we'll take him. He's putting a terrific effort on. He really tough game this. So he comes forward. Okay, I'm not in any rush. I just want to win the game. So how do we do it? I mean, I'm looking at check now. I'm going to bring the knight forward. I want to go after the king now. This pawn's a little bit of a nuisance, but I want to try and go after the king. So I'm going to try and push forward now. Again, I know I could take there, but no obvious path through. That's a check. Okay. So I can activate my rook here. Threatening check, up, check. Yeah, it's a dangerous threat now. As long as some pawns can push anywhere, then there's no stalemate or no immediate risk anywhere. But I'm just threatening check now, up, rook check, across, and checkmate. But terrific effort by my opponent, that one. It really, really good, really good. So let's pause it so we don't accidentally start another game and see what the engine says. 33 moves, so we'll just put that through the engine. So all through the end game, we have actually been much better there. It'd be interesting to see what point we actually gained an advantage. So it's about middle of the game there. So we've played this with a 92% accuracy, our opponent 85%, my centre pawn lost 23, opponent 53, my average is 32 on the centre pawn loss. Initially it was flagging a blunder there, you can see in red, but it's not showing it in the end result. So if I refresh the screen, that should disappear. Yeah, so that wasn't actually flagged now because it's maybe saying it's just a forced mate situation anyway, I don't know. So we've gained an advantage about here with the move g5, and then we've just built on a steady advantage from there. Obviously you can turn the engine on and you can take your time and play through the actual moves yourself, but from all that end game there point, we've actually played it pretty well. But terrific effort by my opponent in it, considering the rating gap as well. Put in a really good effort there, so well done.